thinking, like, I was like, what was the last thing that Nick Cannon did besides marry fucking Mariah Carey? And now he's all over the news and all over the newspapers and everything.
Hey,
it's
like, good publicity. That's the greatest publicity. He's a smart kid. Hey, you get to bang that and take a little bit of that money if things don't work out. Yeah. Because she doesn't know what the fuck prenup is. She's in love, man. She's gonna make Glitter Part 2. She's just gonna get too damn excited.
You're making it sound like Nick's the bitch in this situation.
Hey, he's the smart one. Hey, I don't blame him.
I just
we know his name now. I mean, I tried to forget his name after watching that Day of the Dead
remake.
Hey, he's playing it smart, and everyone's wondering, this isn't love. It's about it's about money. It's about getting some exposure
and getting your name out there. Yeah, I mean, I hope, man. I would love to see just one stable celebrity marriage.
Not me. Screw them. They're celebrities. Hey, I want them to fail miserably. They're making more money than you and me. What are you talking about? Screw them.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. What am I talking?
What are you talking about?
But I guess what I'm saying is I see Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
Right.
By the way, they want Brad Pitt to pay. They were talking about him playing Thor, by the way. But
luck.
I look at Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, and I'm thinking, you know what? They ain't crazy enough for me to hear about them all the time in the news. I mean, they're kind of crazy, but they're not like Tom Cruise crazy.
They almost have like a whole separate career going on right now, just being together and adopting kids and
adopting
that's like
black kids and
now.
Asian kids, and
that's their thing they do now. Yeah, they get paid to be seen and do all their worthy causes.
See, that ain't crazy enough for me. Just because you
I don't care. Yeah.
You collect black babies. That ain't crazy enough for me.
Collect them. Yeah, got to catch them all. Go for it.
Blackie mine. Gotta get them all, and that's what they doing. Do you think they make their kids fight?
I hope so. I would. Shit. Fight! I dress them up as Mortal Kombat characters. Hell yeah. Go for it. He cut me. Cut him again.
Fatality.
Yeah, fatality. Get over here.
But yeah, that ain't enough for me. I want these celebrity couples to be like Tom Cruise jumping on a couch type crazy. I don't want that kind of that
wish.
Shit.
Yeah, and he's even toning it down.
Brad Pitt. Fuck them.
Somebody knocked some sense into his head.
Well, who Brad? I mean, you talking about Tom Cruise is toning down?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody needs to stick a cattle prod to his ass and get him acting crazy again.
Didn't he like go back on Oprah or something like? Trying to tell everyone he's actually a sane person again.
I'm not crazy.
That's too bad, man. Because I tell you what, man. The first time when I said, you know what, this guy is an actor, is when I saw Collateral, and I was like, you know what? Now I can say, hey, I'm a Tom Cruise fan because of Collateral. But right after that, what did he do? Right after that, he did War of the Worlds, probably. That was the time he went nuts. And after that happened, I was like, what the?
Oh, you know what?
What the hell? Yeah.
I'm missing the biggest thing that
What?
to talk about that I meant to bring up.
What? Bring it up.
I might have to re-edit this and put this at the beginning. I'm letting people know now. Yeah. We saw Indiana Jones.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, how we forget about that?
Well, we saw it. Yeah, but we did a review.
So no, we did our review. We haven't put it up, but
yeah.
It kind of pisses me off, man.
Oh, what does?
It pisses me off that people were jumping online already saying, will Indiana Jones be bad? I mean, people just hearing rumors on the internet and saying,
well, how can you not? Come on.
I know, but I just don't think there were some people who, okay, if you saw the movie and you want to say something about it, fine. What can I tell you? But I just think it's irresponsible when some people get online and they write articles about how the movie might be bad.
You're telling me you want people on the internet to be responsible, Corey?
I know it's a big thing to ask for.
That's crazy talk.
But because we saw the movie. Movie's not bad.
No, it's exactly what it's meant to be. A summer roller coaster ride of a movie. And that's exactly what it is. You got your Indiana Jones, you got your Indiana Jones theme song, and that's it. It's all you need.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's great.
No.
But I think it's a good movie.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
And that's it. Yeah.
And for people to get online talking about, well, I hear rumor that this movie's bad. And Indiana Jones is it time for him to hang up the hat and whip? And it's like, watch the fucking movie, man.
And all that crap is a big ego boost to those people. You know, they want to say, hey, I want to be the first to let people know that this movie is going to be crap because this is how I feel about it. Because there's no way, you can't win with a movie like this. Harrison Ford is too old. Steven Spielberg doesn't want to do it. George Lucas is already saying it's going to be, don't get your expectations up. So, yeah, I mean.
But they were talking about I heard people. There were rumors of Spielberg and Harrison Ford saying, George Lucas, we don't know. This is crazy. And I'm looking at this movie. I'm thinking, this is everything that Indiana Jones has done is crazy.
After you watch it, there's nothing that crazy about it. And everything that you think, I mean, there's times in the movie where I'm like, okay, now this could end up real cheeseball corny. But it didn't. You know, it ended like, you know, it was in Spielberg's hands. And he did it justice. And thank God, because only God knows what George Lucas would have done.
George Lucas would have had fucking Jar Jar
Binks battle with Indiana Jones for no reason.
Indiana Jones, if George Lucas had done this, Indiana Jones would have been CG. He would have called Harrison Ford and be like, Harrison, you know, you're 60-something years old. I think I'm just going to make you a CG character.
Exactly. And a year later, we'd have to wait for the super special edition to, you know, for him to fix up all his flaws he did with the special effects.
Yeah. He would have had Jar Jar Binks in the Indiana Jones hat running around.
It's a special cameo. That's bigger than the Nick Fury cameo.
Yeah.
Jar Jar.
Yeah, they would have had fucking Indiana Jones flying
a sculpture of Jar Jar in the tomb or something.
Yeah, flying a fucking TIE fighter or something.
Yeah. But hey, you know what? The movie's getting ready to come out, so the people are going to...
I actually heard that the script that George Lucas had Indiana Jones go through a time portal, and he was like millions of years in the future.
Oh, wow.
I'm joking. I wouldn't.
I was about to say, part of me is like going, wow, that sounds terrible, but another part of me is going, that'd be pretty cool to see.
Ain't that crazy that when I tell you that, knowing George Lucas, what he did
I believe it.
I mean, like, I tell you that, and you don't, and the first thing you don't say is, man, that's bullshit. You think like, really?
Yeah. Indiana Jones the time traveler.
Yeah.
Wow. Doctor Who all over again.
Yeah, no, it's people, it's not a bad movie. I mean,
no, it's a fun movie. I mean,
forget what just, I hate to say this because it makes it look like you shouldn't listen to us.
I'm not
going to tell them anything. I'm just going to say, just ignore what you always hear on the internet all the time.
You know,
I mean, you can't go by that all the time.
Those same jackasses that are talking all that crap are probably going to go see that movie more than once.
Yeah, we'll have the review up, so we're not going to really say anything right here. Mm-hmm. We will just say it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Yeah, fun. I had a lot of fun watching that. Mm-hmm. Can't wait to take my belt off my pants and go around tearing up shit with my belt buckle.
Just don't make sure I'm not in the room when you do that.
Right? You're gonna be my first target.
I got enough bumps on my head as it is.
No, you're gonna be the first one. Shut the fuck up.
You'll never be Indiana Jones, Corey.
I don't want to be. I want to be Waco Coleman.
You're more like Short Round.
Fuck you.
No time for love, Dr. Jones.
No time for love, Dr. Jones. You go now.
Indy, I love you.
Yeah, I bet you do, man. Hi, Indy.
So what are you looking up there, Corey?
I'm looking up. Let's see. Go into email.
Email time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's a good question. It's a typical question. It'll be
typical.
It's very typical. People, I don't think we've ever answered it, but it's a very typical question.
Just answer it. Yeah.
It says, this is from Dominic, and Dominic says, "Is there a video game based on a movie that you think is good? If so, what is it?"
Yeesh.
Is there a movie? I mean, is there a video game, not a movie based on a video game, but a video game based on a movie? See, people, the way it works here is that for most movie franchises, they rush these games out to be released with the movie. Right. So what you end up getting is a game that's just not good. One of the most. There's two notorious games out there. Right. Some before these kids were born, way before these kids were born, and some that and another one that came out, I think, while kids were fairly within the kids' range that come to this site. One of the most notorious video games to ever be released that's based on a movie is E.T.
Wow. Yeah, I guess you're right.
The
Atari
2600 game.
That pointless game.
The game was terrible. I mean, it really was an awful game. I had it when I was a kid.
I think everyone had it. I think you were required to have it when you were a kid.
And I tell you, man, that game was some bullshit. And when I was a kid, I was so young at the time when I got it, but I was trying to make myself like it because I loved E.T. so much. And in that game, all you do is walk around and pick up M&Ms, and you have to find 3 pieces to put together for a ship to come down and get you.
It's funny you say that because, when I was built, I had a piece of the Atari in me, so I can, log in there and check out some of the old games that people have played. Don't ask me how. But
I won't.
But I never figured out that damn game. I was like, what am I supposed to do? I just keep seeing that horrible-looking E.T. character go from one edge of the screen to the other, and I'm like,
it was in the
what
game.
The fuck?
You had to pick up little M&Ms or Reese's Pieces for energy, but most of the time, the mechanics of the game were so bad that you fell in. Your two biggest obstacles were a government guy, which is a guy in a trench coat, which looked horrible, looked like a rotting penis. This thing walking across the screen, and the other were
to get a good enough reason to run.
Yeah, exactly. Run from the rotting penis, and the other was something that didn't even chase you. They had holes that you fell into. And if you fell into a hole, the game was over.
That's it.
And that was it. So of course, people just when the game first came out, after they sold a few, I think they sold a lot at the beginning just based on the name.
Right.
A word immediately got out that it was a terrible game. And the rest of those units, I think they took like 60 million games, maybe even more, and put them in a landfill.
Oh, jeez.
And that game was never seen again after that.
Well, it's funny, yeah.
It's a
I read
collector's
on the
item
internet,
now.
it almost seemed like every kid had that game.
Yeah.
And maybe they were giving it out for free. Like maybe you got them in the mail one day.
Yeah. I actually ordered the game off of eBay because it's a collector's item now. It's like because one of the worst games ever made.
I thought I was just a big bumbling retard when I was trying to play that damn game.
No, that's a good question, Dominic. The other game that's very notorious is The Matrix. I think for the second Matrix movie.
Yeah. That big old fiasco of a game where it's supposed to unlock secrets to the movie. I was hoping it would unlock a good movie.
Well, let me tell you something, man. They did so much press and promotion for this game. I remember they had a special on MTV, like a 30-minute, hour-long special for this movie, and they went all behind the scenes of the game. I mean, for this game, they went all behind the scenes and everything with Jada Pinkett and that other Asian guy she was in the movie with. And when the game finally came out, not only was the game not all that good, it was okay, but the thing that really ruined that game was they rushed it out so fast that it didn't work.
Yeah.
I think they had to release. I don't know how they got around it, but the game was it was there were a lot of like certain doors you couldn't open or something when you went through the game. I don't know, but it wouldn't work.
Jeez.
And I don't know what they did. I don't know if they fixed the game in later units or what.
Because it was used. Was it for the 360 at the time?
I think it was for the first Xbox.
Oh, was
I think it was for a lot of systems. I think it was for PlayStation 2.
I was curious.
And it's for Xbox. Yeah, but that game quickly, not only did the movie not be very well received, but since the movie wasn't that well received, well, people just came out and just flat out said, well, you know what, this game is fucked up too. So
I just felt bad for everyone who invested all their money and time into that whole series. Because, I mean, I remember seeing a commercial for that game. And if you're a huge Matrix fan, it's like, unlock secrets of the movie, bits of the movie that they filmed for that game. And I'm just, there are a lot of dumbass kids that were just spent their whole wad on all that crap. Only to come out with, I got a game that doesn't work.
Yeah. I hear a lot of kids' games are good. Rat-Tattooey, I heard was okay. But those are kids' games. There's a video game there's a game based on a video. A game based on a movie.
Yeah.
That's not even actually based on the movie. It's just a continuation. And it is the Chronicles of Riddick or Riddick: Return of Butcher Bay.
You know what? I have that.
So I played it. I heard that's a great game.
It looks incredible and it's a fun game. Yeah. I can't say, okay, to answer this guy's question, at least in my opinion, Tron will always be the greatest video game movie to come out right after. One. I mean, I still play that damn game. The light cycles, the spiders, everything. Now, disregard that other. I don't know if you remember that other arcade game that came out where you're
Disc of Tron.
The Disc of Tron. Yeah.
Actually,
did you like that?
That was one of my favorite games for a while.
Oh, really?
I was really young, but I was great at that game, and I remember being at I went to Disneyland, and I was because the game stood up. You walked into the game,
you're standing up in it,
and I was kind of short, so I could barely look. But I remember playing that fucking game, man. I had a crowd of people around me because I was so good at that game. And I think now that's the game that made me feel like I was like, I'm Tron.
Are you serious? Well, playing the Tron arcade, the original one, I was so waiting to get sucked into the Tron world. to play those damn games. I was like, all right, this is it. This is where I beat my top score. Oh yeah, come on, take me. And it never happened.
All right, so we have this other email here from Alvin, and Alvin says he came across the YouTube trailer for Hancock, and he wants to know. He says, "Do you think it's going to be a good movie, or is it just going to be another superhero ripoff?" And that's from Alvin.
All right. Well, I'm curious. What are your thoughts about this whole Will Smith superhero movie?
Well, I know you're looking at.
I'm waiting.
I'm one of those guys who, the moment I saw that trailer where he picked up that whale and threw it into that sailboat out in the ocean, I was hooked. And I was thinking, okay, this could just be a one-note movie full of these kind of gimmicks.
Right.
Or it could be something cool. And after seeing the extended trailer for it, which it's hilarious to me. This is one of the movies that I'm really looking forward to this summer. I think this is going to be one of those movies that no one was thinking about for a while. And it's going to come out of nowhere to be one of the biggest hits this summer. Maybe, maybe not, but it's Will Smith. He's still hot, man. Everybody likes Will Smith. In this movie.
It's funny you say that. He's still hot.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about, you childish son of a bitch. When I say hot,
Really?
he's A-list actor, man.
I guess so. You consider him A-list? I guess he is.
Are you kidding? Will Smith? Yeah, Will Smith
It's funny because, you're right. You're right about him being an A-list. Except I could never put him in an A-list celebrity actor.
Do you know how much money each one of his movies bring in?
I know what kind of crazy money he brings in, but to me, he's always playing himself, and I just don't care. I find it kind of annoying sometimes.
Well, he's one of those guys who, yes, he plays himself. I mean, I think he's been required to stretch that a couple of times.
Right.
Ali, his first movie, 6 Degrees of Separation.
Right. And it's funny because, you know what, you always bring that movie up when it comes to Will Smith for some reason.
Because it's one of his best movies.
But he did it like how many years ago?
I know, but
it's about what he's doing right now, Corey.
It's about what he's capable of doing. And I think he has an answer. But what I'm getting at is Will Smith he's an A-list actor. He brings in money.
Right.
This movie looks like it has a pretty good hook.
You're right.
For those who don't know, and it's Will Smith, I don't know how you don't, but Will Smith plays a guy with superpowers.
He's a bum.
But he's an alcoholic. He's a bum. Yeah. He comes in whenever he tries to help a situation. He ends up often making it worse, and no one likes him. He's the opposite of Superman. He looks like a crackhead. I mean, he's seriously.
Well, you know what? Okay, I did a blog about this. The blog I did right when I first saw a poster for this, I was like, why are these guys ripping off Tyrone Biggums?
Yeah, and Tyrone Biggums is Dave Chappelle on his show. He played a crackhead.
He played a crackhead.
And he looks like that.
Yeah, and he drinks the Red Balls, and Red Balls gives him superpowers. Or he's like lifting up buses to get quarters and like smashing in windows to steal car radios. And I was like, you know what? I'd rather see a Tyrone Biggums movie with him being a superhero than a Will Smith, because, I feel like I'm going to get the typical. I definitely think there's a Will Smith formula when it comes to these movies that he's in.
What do you think the formula is here?
Well, it's like, hey, let's show Will Smith as a down and out bum, and then all of a sudden somebody gives him a conscience, and then he tries to become a superhero, which is which that second trailer, it shows him trying to clean up his act.
I'm sure that's the case, but it depends on how they do it. I know it probably plays on some old themes, but if you can entertain me, it's just like what we said with Indiana Jones. Nothing new that we've seen.
Right.
But if you can give us what we're kind of looking for.
Because I thought like the whale, I think it's just, I'm just not a fan of Will Smith. I think that's what at least for
why
me.
You hating on Will Smith?
I'm not a Will Smith fan. Period.
Got too much money for you? Not giving you any?
No, I just don't think he just doesn't do anything for me. Like when I see him on screen, yeah, I can understand that he's charismatic, but I just don't care.
First, I thought you were going to say when I see him on the street.
When I see him on the street, I just want to punch him. No, because I mean, hey, now I'm not insulting his, his real life personality, persona, or whatever. I just when he's on the screen, he really doesn't do anything for me. He's just Will Smith. He's being the charming guy. He'll throw in his lines that I'm sure he writes for himself. He throws in the script. And he just doesn't really, he doesn't have any real presence for me, like I Am Legend. I thought he did a decent job for a good part of that movie, And then there's a point where he just lost me. I think is that one scene where he's looking at that cartoon and he starts mimicking it. And from there, that his character just kind of he lost me.
No, that's what I said. In every one of his movies, he has Will Smithisms that he
exactly
some Fresh Princeisms that he.
And and that's the problem because that automatically takes me out of the movie, and I just don't care anymore.
Well, I would sort of agree with you that Will Smith. I get tired of seeing him do the same thing over and over again. Unless there's a movie he's in that's suited for him. I Am Legend was more of a brooding, serious character. This is a funny character. And I like Will Smith when he's lighthearted. I like the way the movie's filmed. It's directed by Peter Berg, who did Friday Night Lights and The Rundown. And he recently did. I think he did The Kingdom. And the way he films this movie,
that was a great movie.
Yeah, when he films this movie looks like it's filmed. Some scenes have sort of the shaky cam, like someone's on the spot filming Will Smith do all these fucked up heroic acts. But I'm looking forward to the movie. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I like the scenario. It does put a spin on the superhero, a bum superhero, which is cool. Like I said, Tyrone Bigham's. This is about as close as I can get to that.
To a Tyrone Bigham's movie. I don't know how many people said they were looking for a Tyrone Bigham's movie.
Hey, I'm definitely still looking forward to that.
It's nice. I think it's a good fit for a summer full of superheroes, which are played as superheroes.
And you know what? It does definitely cater to the whole summer movie. But yeah, you know what? It did kind of remind me of that. My super superhero ex-girlfriend.
My super ex-girlfriend?
My super ex-girlfriend. Yeah, it did kind of give me a hint of that to where...
And you know something, man?
I can see them going a little too far with the superhero.
In that movie, I didn't think it was a bad movie, so maybe I'm just not asking for a whole lot. But anyway, I'm looking forward to Hancock. You hate Will Smith because he got more money than you.
I'm not a Will Smith fan, but, more than likely I'll probably see it. So
okay.
Hopefully,
I'm
willing to give the guy one more chance.
None of us want to see a bad movie.
Yeah.
All right, so we got one more email here. And I told everyone I'm going to start doing this thing. I was going to do it last week, but we got it done kind of late. I'm just going to start answering people's relationship questions with a blog every week because
because we're so well informed in the
because we are so exactly
doing the right thing, right?
We are such role models for relationships.
Yes.
I don't even know who this guy is. I forgot to put his name down. I usually
he's a man with no name.
Is the maybe it's best that
maybe it's best that
he doesn't get known.
God knows what his problem is.
Well, I
can't get it up, Corey. Co-host, what do I do?
Viagra, my man.
Hey, good luck.
Viagra, that's an answer for everything.
Corey has the same problem.
My mother died. I have problems relating to women now. Viagra.
Yeah.
Shut up and get some Viagra.
Yeah. Don't turn into Norman Bates, please.
I'm having sex with my mother's skeleton. What do I do? Viagra.
Yeah.
Plenty
of it. You'll need it.
Yeah, looking at that thing, you're going to need some Viagra. Okay, let's see what we got here. The email is so long. I'm just going to sum it up, man.
Really?
I'm just going to sum it up. I'm not going to read this whole fucking book he wrote.
Let's hear it.
Basically, what happens is this guy met a girl at a party.
That's your first problem.
Yeah, exactly. Viagra. and a year later, the girl calls him. And not only does she call him and say that, hey, I want to talk. I know it's been a long time. She also says, I'm kind of in the mood and I want to have relations with you.
I want to get it on.
Sexual relations.
I want sex.
And so this he's asking, and rightfully so, he's saying, now, do you think she's just kind of joking, or do you think this is something I should follow through with? And my answer is going
after a year?
After a year. Think about this. I'm curious to hear what you got to say.
Okay, now after a year, this guy better ask for some photos. You better check that background. You better make sure, this chick hasn't gotten pregnant at any point,
Yeah, exactly. And she's going to blame him because the daddy ran off.
She's looking for a daddy right now. There's no telling.
No,
so, there's a lot that can go wrong after a year.
It's real easy, man. First of all, don't do what I would do. Because my ass would be over there. I'd be the kind of guy who'd go over there and it would be some sort of scam to rip me off or something.
Call him here. Bang.
Yeah, she'd have her two brothers there waiting to beat my ass and rip me off and steal whatever I got on me. I would, but to do the common sense thing is very easy. Just tell her, let's just go out somewhere. You meet her in public. and you have lunch with her, and it's very casual, and you talk to her, and then the second time, if she, okay, because see, if you meet out in public, like let's meet at Chick-fil-A in the mall or something, that way you can kind of, and make sure it's a crowded place, because you want to make sure you walk up and hide behind a plant or something to see if she's ugly, and if that's the case, you just leave it there and walk off. Go buy yourself a Chick-fil-A sandwich and walk off.
Because come on, I mean, think about it. Jesus. You're going to be all right there, Corey?
That's the sound he's going to make if he sees her and she's ugly.
I didn't know I was dating Two-Face. What the hell happened? It's in all seriousness. Just meet out in public. Yeah,
be nice to her.
Meet her out in public. And,
if you're interested,
give her a look over, make sure all her body parts are still there.
Yeah. And if you two, I mean, even if all her body parts are there, if you like her, for whatever reason you like her, you might be a chubby chaser, my man. I don't know.
Who knows?
Hey, whatever you.
Not that that's a bad thing, people, but
no,
I take whatever I can get.
I always like a woman with a lot of ass. But, no, if you like her, you might like her personality.
Right.
She might be somebody cool you just gel with. I don't know.
All I'm thinking is like, what went wrong that whole year that she's calling your ass back after a year?
That's what I'm wondering. Now, I'm going to say that, like, this whole year, she couldn't find anything else.
I know. It's like, wow.
And she got to call your ass up after she met you at a party. But who knows, man? Stranger things have happened.
That's true.
I mean, she might have just broke up with somebody. She's going through some stuff, and she found his number out of some, I don't know.
He's the only guy that listened to my boring stories.
Yeah, she pulled, maybe it was a year ago, she put her summer pants away, still had numbers in there, because she don't wash her clothes. And she put those pants back on one day and said, hey, who is this? Oh, it's him.
She's scratching her ass one day.
Yeah, she's scratching.
And going, hey, what's this? Oh, a number. Oh, that's a guy's number.
Yeah, she looks at it and says, hey, I remember this guy. I just broke up with a guy. I haven't had anything in a while. Let's meet. But it is kind of crazy that she's saying, ooh, I can't wait to have sex with you after a year.
After a year,
that's my man, you better check that's what I'm saying. Check
Do your homework, You
don't want to pass anything up.
Research,
I mean, she might be like Mariah Carey. Exactly.
Crazy one year, and then but hey, you can still bang her. I know the parts down there don't go too crazy, but
unless she got teeth or something down there, I don't know. It could be like that movie.
Yeah, but there's you can use protection.
Protection against teeth.
Always use protection, kids. Exactly.
And brush and floss your vagina.
Yeah, brush and floss down there anytime you.
All right, so that.
Do your homework, dude. Yeah, get her in a public place and make sure she has all her teeth and she's not walking around with any kids. Ask her, hey, number one, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a husband? Do you have kids? Do you have a job?
Meet her at the doctor's office.
Yes.
As a matter of fact. Say, let's have lunch. She's like, where? Well, I have a good doctor and a gynecologist whose office we should probably meet into. Let's go. So anyway, that's okay. You got the message. Yeah. It's a very simple answer. Meet her out in public somewhere. So that's our show, man.
That's it?
That's it.
I'm just not getting into this. And it's over?
It's over. Sorry. Damn. Sorry, man. It's done.
Oh, well.
Now you're into it.
Now I'm into it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was a little hesitant, but hey, that was fun. That was fun, Corey.
No,
maybe somewhere down the road we'll do this again.
We'll cross paths again.
We'll join forces.
My mechanical friend. So, well, I'm glad you had a good time, man.
Yeah, it was a good time.
So we are going to just say goodnight. Pick up all these pins or cans.
Why do I have to pick it up, man? You came down here bothering me. Clean up my mess.
Like I said, I enjoyed you, though. I hope we get to do it again. So that's our show, people.
Yep.
And as Carlisle says every week, excuse me.
Go to hell?
What'd you say?
Go to hell.
Go to hell.
Learn how to work your board.
That's what I say to him. Go to hell. But for all you lovely people out there, we will simply say good night.
See you later, chumps.
You gotta be so mean, man. Damn.